Hey everybody, this is Herschel Furrow from High School Top 200, and I am doing the preseason rankings for 2017. And my number 4 team, my fourth ranked team, and people are going to get annoyed at this one, especially the guys in Wellington, is St. Patrick's College Silverstream. Now, I know a lot of you guys probably won't agree with this, and that's fine. That's all right. But here's my reasons. For one, they're bringing back pretty much everybody from last year. I think they're only losing 4 players. Jared Harawira is one, with Lance Kilometre, Jack Wright, and Lucas Dunton. Those 4 are the ones that I know of that they're really losing, that are key losses for these guys. But in all those positions, they have guys that can fill it, and they're all young guys. These are guys who are a lot of them are still year 12s this year. There were a whole bunch of guys that were in the team last year. There was like 7 guys that were year 11s. I think they had a year 10 as well at one point. So like this is like the perfect rebuild for any school. They brought in Tegan Harawira this year as well, and so like for me, this is just where they have just gotten better when they've brought in another guy who can also do the same things, a lot more physical, I think, and they've added him to a squad where they were just looking for some missing pieces, and I think they kind of filled it. Now, they have a few guys that are futurely, not even just this year, but even next year, that are probably going to be knocking on the door of New Zealand secondary schools, and maybe have like a Barbarian stint this year, depending on how they choose the Barbarians team. Stanley Paese is probably one of the first ones that I would put down as one of the best props in the country. So, when I make my list, like I've already got my list, and so when I have my list of top 20 players in each position, this is what I do every year and how I sort of figure out and put the top 200 together. He's one of the 4 or 5 names that I'll first put down as props, one of the best props in the country. And from what I've heard over the off-season, he's actually gotten a lot bigger, a lot stronger, and so I'm looking to see a lot of damage coming out of him this year. Put that together with Luke Mannix, who had a really good year last year. Frederick Sunia's back at hooker as well. Iona's back. Asia's back, Mafaleo. And then, like I said, you add Tegan to it. You still got Josh Southall there too. Chris Hemmy's still coming back. And so guys like this are the ones that I would be looking to have not just 1 step but 2 steps up this year, and they should increase their productivity, and they shouldn't have those nervous feelings about it anymore, about first 15 rugby. And as a young person, that like when you're year 11, you're playing first 15 rugby at a high level and a good competition that's hard almost every single week, like those things matter a lot, especially when you know that the person that you're up against is 2 years older than you. That's a big difference. So with the year gone, they've already had the year experience and things like that. They should be at the point where they want to be. Now, Silverstream has probably one of the best combinations at midfield in the country, with, I think, Chris O'Moore and Albert Pulu. So to me, it depends on how they want to play it and how they want to put this midfield together. I think that is the best midfield. I know that sometimes they like to put Albert on the wing and also Chris out on the wing sometimes, but for me, I feel like those two in second 5 and centre, however which way you want to put it, I would put Chris and Albert. You've got to make sure that those two get the ball, they get enough touches on the ball to make a difference in your game. I know that sometimes they want to put Kieran Higgins in there, but I personally would probably put him at fullback move Todd into wing and probably have someone like Michael Fafita or someone like that. Because Riley Forbes is probably going to be your halfback. And so with that, you got Riley Forbes. You also got Harrison Boyle too. So it kind of just depends how you want to set it up. I mean, they have got enough options and enough attacking power, even coming off the bench, because somebody's going to have to go on the bench. That you're gonna have to figure out the best solution to do it. I think they have enough players. I think that they have enough firepower to make it work and to make it so that everybody is utilized. I think it's really just up to the coaches and how they want to do it. I think that they're not at a point where they have too much talent, but they have enough talent to get through the Wellington competition, and I would put my money on them to make a push at the top 4, and I should see them going up against Hastings to represent the Hurricanes region. That's how I would see it anyway. They are still young, but they're not young enough as that's an excuse anymore. I would have said that last year, that they're young, and that would be the excuse of them winning some games and not winning some games, things like that. But this year you're young, but you're young without that excuse factor of being young. So I look for big things out of Silverstream. I hope they have a really good preseason to get things right and find these little gaps that they have to fill in. I still think they would be a top team in the country, and for now, I'm backing them at number 4. Like I said, it could change once the season starts, but right now, I'm still looking at them at top 4. Hopefully, I get some kind of footage and feedback from the coaching staff on how the boys are doing, and so that I can be more accurate within the rankings. But as of now, that's what I see them as. That's my preseason ranking preview for the number 4 team in the country as of now, St. Pat's Silverstream. Peace.